What I remember of my childhood before the war is how happy I was, how in love were my parents, how everything was so warm, so nice, and there was no problem. I knew I was Jewish because they told me I shouldn't say it. That's how I learned I was Jewish when they said, but don't tell anybody. But I didn't know what it meant. My name is Marguerite Elias Quddus, and I wrote this book.
Marguerite Quddus's book, In Hiding, is about her experiences as a young girl growing up in Paris before and during World War II. The only way she could first tell this story was through drawing, a painstaking process that took years to complete. After illustrating her difficult past, she was finally able to accompany it with words. Her book tells the story of a young, loving Jewish family who suddenly find their lives spiraling out of control after the Nazi occupation of France.
How I found out that it was wartime. I found out when they said I couldn't go to school anymore, and I had to wear the yellow star. And all of a sudden, I have this yellow star, and some people were spit on me. And the people who normally would say, "Hi, Marguerite, how are you?" They turned their head. They didn't look at me anymore.
The discrimination quickly escalated. Early one morning, Marguerite's father was arrested and taken from the family home by the French police in collaboration with the Nazis.
And my father saying, "Don't you worry, it's a mistake. I'm going to come back. The chief of the police is going to say, it's a mistake. More than 2 hours, I'll be back." And my father never lied when he said it was very important to keep his promises. He always said that. Even if it is bad, you have to keep your promises. And he couldn't keep this one.
Marguerite's book and illustrations continue the story.
We had a long conversation with Mama,
and she explained that we had to leave. The government was arresting all the Jews in Paris, even French citizens. She reminded us about the time we'd spent in the countryside because we'd been betrayed by the concierge. She told us about the Virgin and baby Jesus because we would have to pretend that we were Catholic. We'd have to keep pretending until the war was over and our father came back. We couldn't all hide together. I listened carefully, not understanding. While she was talking, she cut the stars from our clothes. I picked them up and threw them into the air, laughing. "Mama, look at my shooting stars." We laughed for a moment, then she hugged and kissed us tenderly. Holding us tight, Mama reminded us, "Now listen, children, this is important. If anyone asks where your parents are, don't forget to say that Papa's in the army and he had to go to the front. Me, you don't know. Say as little as possible about what's gone on at home lately. The telephones, the radio, the arrests, not one word. You're Catholic, aren't you, Marguerite?" I was ready but weighed down with sadness. Mama hugged and kissed us, then went outside where it was still dark. "Goodbye, children. Don't turn around when you leave." "See you soon," she said softly. "Goodbye, Mama," I said with a heavy heart.
To protect her children, Marguerite's mother contacted a Jewish organization in France set up to hide Jewish children in non-Jewish families. Marguerite and her sister were secretly placed in convents and among Catholic families. Carrying false identification papers and narrowly avoiding detection, she and her sister managed to survive and reunite with their mother after 3 lost years of childhood in hiding.
He showed us a paper in which it said that my father died in Auschwitz, the 19th of April, 1942. He was unjustly killed, and I know he loved me, and he protects me. And like my son says, he gives me the power to talk. And he said he should be proud of you. My book is just a small story of a child. I limited myself to death. This was what needed to get out.